Hi everybody, I'm Nancy, part of the Behavior and Community Sport team here at the Winnipeg Humane Society, and today we're going to talk about cat enrichment, keeping our cats happy and safe. So free-roaming cats that get to go outdoors are usually pretty busy cats. Sometimes they even just come home to eat and sleep. They get to express all the natural cat behaviors, like hunting small animals and patrolling their territory. But of course, there's a lot of danger to that. Predators, injury, illness, the severe weather we have here in Manitoba can be very dangerous for cats. Not to mention that the city of Winnipeg has a responsible pet bylaw that forbids us from letting our cats to roam off our property. So what do? Can cats live happily without roaming? Yes, they can, but they need a bit of help from us. So what we can do is help them express their natural behaviors inside our homes and under our control. So this cuts down on bored destructive behaviors and can lead to less frustration for the cat and less frustration for the humans, which means a better relationship. Of course, cats are not all the same and they like different amounts of activity. This can depend on their age. You know, kittens are much more active than seniors usually. Their health, their personality. Some cats are very bold and energetic. Some are more relaxed. Some might be a little more skittish and fearful of trying new things. So some cats are content to just sleep in their sunbeams and lounge around the house with us. Other cats need a bit more enrichment, like this one. So what does a cat's life look like? They eat, they sleep, they hunt, they patrol their territory, and they like a bit of socializing. So if we think about these things, we can come up with ways to make our cat's life more interesting and reduce those frustrated, bored behaviors. So let's look at them one at a time, and we'll start with eating. So their meal times are a great opportunity to give them a chance to work for their food. It's fun, they like it. So let's take advantage of that. We can use food balls and toys to make them get their food. A licky mat is a little silicone mat that you can rub wet food on and your cat has to work to get it up. You can even just toss their kibble for them. You can do it little bits one at a time or sprinkle some in the dining room instead of putting it in a bowl to make them have to work for it a little bit more. So here's a picture of some of the things we talked about. There's the orange and blue licky mats. Cats are eating some wet food out of it. Some other toys you can purchase. And in the upper right, we even have a homemade toy where the cats have to figure out how to spin the little basket to get their treats out of there. So all great opportunities for cats to use their brains and to hunt and have some fun and get fed at the same time. So sleeping spots. Cats like to sleep. They sleep up to 16 hours a day, as a matter of fact. So we want to make sure they have lots of places they can sleep, and we want to consider where we've set them up. Is it in a busy area? Some cats love to sleep in the middle of the action at home. Some like a quieter space. Height. Cats live vertically. They love to jump and climb and sleep in high spots sometimes. So we want to give them a chance for that. Do they like warm areas or cooler areas? Do they like to burrow in soft blankets, or do they prefer to sleep on smooth surfaces? And scent. Cats often don't like strong scents. We might think about where we have things like air fresheners and that sort of thing. So here's a sample of some different cozy spots for cats. It can be very helpful to have a variety of sleeping spots for them at the same time. They will rotate where they sleep from time to time. This is actually a wild behavior that's held over through domestication. Being prey animals, cats don't want predators to be able to detect their scent in their spot where they rest. So after a while, they'll move on and find a new spot. So you may find your cat, you think they suddenly don't like their bed, but they're really just moving on to a new spot and they'll come back to it. And there's always boxes. Cats love boxes. Okay, so hunting, which in our indoor cats means play. Most of the cat's behaviors that we see as play are part of the hunting sequence, which is searching for prey, stalking the prey, chasing, and then biting and grabbing. And so we want to sort of recreate that to keep our cats busy. They like to play with different things like wand toys, which are simply any toy on a stick that you can jiggle around like a prey animal. Cats love those. Those are the best toys. Cats can play super actively. You can get them jumping and stalking and all the good things. Cats also will chase balls around and little toy mice and might like the smell of a little bit of catnip to get them excited. So So it's best if toys move or sound like prey. So if we can interact with them and play with them, that's always the best. So, but sometimes cats, you get used to using people as toys and play in ways we don't want them to. And that's what we would call play aggression. And that's when you see a cat stalking people, grabs and bites your ankles as you walk by, maybe grabs your hand and starts to bite as you're petting them. This often starts in kittenhood when people tease them with their fingers or they wrestle with them with their hands or even move your feet under blankets in bed. When they're kittens, it's kind of cute, and yeah, sure, they got little sharp teeth, but that becomes serious when they become adults and they have a much stronger bite. So we don't want to encourage that when they're kittens. Get them used to toys to play with, not human body parts. So if your cat does, we want to make sure not to punish them. If your cat is playing and they grab your feet and bite, and you know yell or shake them off or throw them off the bed or that sort of thing, it can actually then trigger. They can feel fearful, and it can actually make them more aggressive in the end because they will start becoming afraid of you coming close to people. So we don't want them to become hand shy and worried about our hands coming towards them. So we definitely don't want to punish them. The best thing to do is to not react at all. I know sometimes it hurts, but try to not move and try to distract your cat away with a toy or food. If you try and pull away from them, it also often will make them hang on tighter and can actually cause injury. So we want to make sure to have them move off on their own. Okay, so here's some happy cats playing with some toys. We got some balls, a couple cats with balls, one cat playing with a little wand toy with feathers on the end, and wrestling with a little toy mouse. All great toys for cats. The best part about cat toys is that they can be bought inexpensively at the pet stores or the dollar store, and you can actually make lots of them at home. And I think anybody who's ever had a cat that liked to play with the ring off the top of a milk jug knows that cats are easily amused with toys. So this was a quick Google search here, and this page came up for me, and there are so many great ideas out there, things you can use to make inexpensive and fun cat toys for your home. So when we're playing with our cats, a couple do's and don'ts to make it more fun for everybody. We were talking about use toys, not your body parts. Very important. You want to stop at the natural part of the hunt. Some cats like to stalk a lot, so they will sit for quite a while watching the toy as you've got a wand toy and you're jiggling around going, why isn't my cat pouncing on it? They could be just enjoying the stalking part, so we don't want to cut them off right there. That can be very frustrating for the cat because they think they're having a good time and we think they're not playing, and so we just, okay, forget it, drop the wand toy and walk away. So that's going to be a frustrated cat. You want to make sure to entice them with it, move the toys around like real prey, and stop at a more natural part, which is once they do the pounce and the bite and the grab. So and then we can stop. You generally want to put your toys away after playing. If you leave all their toys out all the time, they'll get bored of them. Cats don't generally like dead things. They like live prey. So we want to make sure that when we bring them out, it's going to be fun for the cat and they're going to be moving around. So you maybe leave a few out for them, but put the bulk of them away. And if you have more than one cat, you want to supervise your cats playing together to make sure it's fun for all of them. You don't want one cat to be bullying the other cat or to dominate the play. You can even play with them separately. You can either put one cat away, or you can in another room, or you can just make sure to play with one cat while the other one's resting, and just make sure that they each individually get some fun with you. So going outdoors safely. There's a couple ways we can do that. We can take them on out on a leash and a harness. Some cats are very confident and bold and enjoy that. More timid cats might be too scared to come out on a leash, especially if they weren't used to it when they were kittens. So they may not like it, but they might enjoy an enclosure or a catio to lounge in. So know your cat, know their personality, and work with that. So if we want to take our cats out on harness and leash, we want to start slowly, be patient, keep it positive. We always want them to have fun experience, so they want to try it again. So to do that, you want to follow your cat's lead. You never want to force them or drag them out. You want to keep the leash as loose as possible. If a leash tightens up, a cat may panic because they suddenly feel restrained. And they go from, stalking a bug in the grass to suddenly feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm prey, there's something, I'm in danger, I have to run. And so if they do get spooked, let them go back inside and let them come out again on their own time. If your cat is more confident walking on leash, you still probably want to stay close to home. Even when cats are roaming free, they generally don't go that far. They'll stay within a few houses of their area. So just stay close to home in case something happens to scare them and they can go back inside quickly. So the other option would be a catio or a cat enclosure, which can be easily made out of some wood and some chicken wire. So you can build your own. There's tons of ideas online if you just a quick Google search, or you can buy a pre-made enclosure. Some people use chicken coops. You can buy pre-made chicken coops and just have it attached to the side of your house where they can, maybe your cats can go out a window and be free to come and go. If you have a screened-in porch, that's perfect. You can make it cat-friendly with some perches for them. And always, yet again, somewhere safe that they can hide or they can go back into the house, maybe through a cat flap, are a great idea. Here's a couple of pictures of some homemade catios. We got one that's just a nice simple window box. Your cat gets some fresh air, but go back in through the window. Or the bigger one is a little more elaborate with some levels they can jump up to and get a bit of fresh air that way. So there's tons of different ideas. The key is to always make sure your cat has somewhere to hide or they can go back inside quickly so they don't become fearful when they're out in it. Okay, socializing. Cats are social animals, but we're in a more limited way than dogs and humans. So we want to respect the needs of the cat we have and make sure they aren't stressed by the world we sort of created for them. With other animals, with a proper slow introduction, cats can make friends, but they don't always. Sometimes they just need their own space. And we always need to make sure that we have enough litter boxes, feeding stations, watering stations, preferred sleeping places. You don't want cats to have to compete for the best place to sleep in the home. So we want to make sure that we have, if cats have enough resources, they usually can coexist even if they aren't super friendly. So we need to make sure that we give them all they need to be less stressed and to feel safe. With humans, yet again, completely different levels of interaction cats are looking for. Some cats just want to hang out with us. Some just want to sit close to us. Some we may only see at dinner time. Some are all over us all the time. And even some cats that like to be with us a lot still don't like to be pet and handled a lot. And that's when you hear from people where I was just petting my cat and he suddenly turned around and bit me. So we want to watch their body language when we are interacting with our cats. Cats have subtle but very, once you get used to seeing them, you'll recognize them very quickly. Ways you may be petting your cat and everything's fine, and then their tail starts to twitch. Maybe their ears turn a little bit sideways. That's cat body language for not liking this so much anymore. So that might be a good time to stop before they turn around and react and get really upset. And for some cats, that can be one or two pets. You know, a little stroke down the back, and they're like, okay, that's enough for me. Like I say, or some cats will just want nothing more than to snuggle with you all day. So we got to work with the cat that we have in front of us and make sure that we're, interacting with the way that they enjoy, so we can have, helps us with a better relationship. So yeah, so in conclusion, when we get our cats all the resources that they need and some enrichment that they enjoy, they're going to be more emotionally healthy. They're going to be less frustrated, less bored. They're going to be more physically healthy. If cats are stressed out, it can cause a lot of physical, actually cause medical problems for them. So we want to keep them all physically healthy too. And of course, if nobody's frustrated, everybody's going to have a better relationship. And so that's what we want for our cats. So that's it for our PowerPoint presentation today on cat enrichment. And we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.